Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and today I'm bringing you a video where I'm going to talk about my current favorite legendary hand cannon. Now, I know the Spare Rations has a lot of buzz going around it. This video is about the Rose, but I know that the Spare Rations has a lot of buzz going around it, and it's not for no reason. The weapon has incredibly good stats, and with the right roll, the Spare Rations should, on paper, for every reason, be better than the Rose hand cannon. But for some reason, when I use the Rose, it just hits different. I tend to land my 3 taps a lot more consistently when I use the Rose hand cannon. Now, the Rose hand cannon is acquired when you're doing your Lumina quest, but the roll that you get when you do that is, it's a static roll no matter what, but the weapon that you get with that doesn't actually have a masterwork or a slot to put a mod in, and so what you want to do is actually pull the Rose out of collections after you've beaten your Lumina quest, and you'll have the option of putting a mod on it, and it will come with a range masterwork, which gives it actually really good range, comparable range to the Spare Rations, unless of course you have a God rolled Spare Rations that has all the range boosts that it could possibly have. Now, as I said previously, comparing these two weapons side by side, the Rose and the Spare Rations, is very appropriate considering they're both legendary hand cannons that fire at a 150 RPM rate. When you pull them up on light.gg, the Spare Rations comes pretty much across the board having better stats in every way. It has the same. They have the same impact, of course. They're 150s. The Spare Rations has 49 stability. The Rose has 46. Spare Rations 73 handling. Rose 71. Reload speed is 60 for Spare Rations. Reload speed is 59 for Rose. Spare Rations has 92 aim assist. Rose has 85. The recoil direction is 100 for the Spare Rations. And the Rose, it's 95, which is really strange to me because I honestly feel like the recoil is much better for the Rose. The weapon size is 57 for Spare Rations and 58 for Rose. And the zoom for both weapons is 14. So comparing them side by side, they're incredibly close. So if you're looking for a God roll Spare Rations and you don't have one, or you don't have a roll that's even respectable at all, you might want to give the Rose a try. Make sure to pull it out of collections, put a mod on it. I put Icarus on mine because I'm a hunter, but if you're not a hunter, then targeting adjuster would be probably the most ideal. And just give it a try. Use it a little bit. It comes with the range masterwork, so if you want to, fully masterwork it, you'll get a nice little range boost, and the shots just land really clean. This gameplay in the background is of me using the Rose, and you'll see I get a lot of 3 taps, I hit a lot of headshots, and I'm really just enjoying the weapon overall. I've tried to use my Spare Rations. I made a video about one. I have not an exact God roll, it's just a near God roll. It has most of the good perks, but not all of them. And even with that extremely good rolled Spare Rations, I just keep going back to my Rose, and it's really like awkward and strange because I'm like, man, I have such a good rolled Spare Rations, but I really do like the Rose so much more. I've spent a decent amount of time now trying to decide what it is exactly that I like so much more about the Rose, and if I can pin it down to being any one thing, the only thing that I can see is that perhaps I like the sights more. I don't know though. If you're under the same impression though, please let me know in the comment section below. And if you haven't given the weapon a try, please be sure to do so because it is really good. As you'll see in this gameplay, I hit a lot of 3 taps and overall, I've just been using this weapon a ton. Now I know a lot of you out there watching will say, well, okay. It's a really good hand cannon, Rose or Spare Rations, but it's definitely not better than the Last Word. And you're right. The Last Word is pretty much objectively better. It doesn't necessarily have more range, but it's pretty much objectively better than both of these hand cannons. But that being said, when you use the Rose or Spare Rations for that matter, or any legendary primary, you allow yourself to use an exotic in a different slot, which can be extremely advantageous. You could use, that extremely OP Lord of Wolves if you really want to shut down some supers and slap some Guardians around, or you can use a tractor cannon for your power ammo. You could use any other exotic. There's so many other good exotics. And so it really allows for unique and diverse builds in the game, depending on what you're looking to do. And so I really think that it's a viable option, even though the Last Word is almost certainly better in every way than both of these hand cannons. It just has such an insane time to kill, and it really breaks its own archetype so badly that it's hard to compare anything to the Last Word. It's definitely the most powerful hand cannon in the game. But that being said, if you haven't pulled out a Rose from your collections, be sure to do so. If you've done the Lumina quest and completed it, pull a Rose out, put a mod on it, and masterwork that bad boy and give it a try. This thing is beast. I'm telling you, you won't regret it. If you do, let me know because, man, I cannot tell you enough. I cannot say enough good things about this. If you've been watching my stream lately, I'm doing a lot of carries and comp and stuff, twitch.tv lucky10p. And as I do these carries, I really like to just use the Rose. Like most games, I will use the Rose or the Last Word. It's back and forth depending upon the range of the map. Like if I'm playing on a really short range map like Endless Vale, I'll probably just stick to a Last Word. But if I'm playing on like a mid-range map, I'll definitely put on the Rose more so than any other hand cannon. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What hand cannons do you find yourself using the most? I love to read the comments. I love to interact with everyone in the channel. So please comment down below your thoughts on the video. Thank you all so much for watching. Smash the like button if you enjoyed this content, and I'll see you in the next one.